All right, happy Sabbath, family.
Happy Sabbath.
I'm Brother Al. For those who don't know, this is my reader, Brother Kevin, coming to you on behalf of the Vineyard of Israel, in the name of the Most High God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for the message on this true Sabbath day, the seventh day of the week. All right? We thank the Lord for that revelation. As simple as it is, it's still a mystery. All right? So, we thank the Lord for giving us that understanding. Thank Him for allowing us an opportunity to worship Him in spirit and in truth. Alright? Glory to the King. Alright, with that being said, we have a message today entitled The Messenger of the Covenant. Alright? The Messenger of the Covenant. The Messenger of the Covenant. Alright? We know the Lord our God, he is a covenant God, right? Covenant is an agreement between two parties, right? And, under the first covenant, Moses was the messenger. He used Moses to communicate to the children of Israel, right? So he started to talk about the new covenant, during some of the law and the prophets, and he was, when we get down here to Malachi, we realize he's saying, there's a messenger of the covenant. Right, we're going to find out who that is. Because the messenger, he came with a message. Alright? And matter of fact, he came with a few messages. And we're going to dibble and dabble into a few of them. And we're going to see he had a message and he had a job to do even before he redeemed us with his blood. Alright? He had a job to do. He had after he finished his work, then he said, it is finished. Right? So he had a job to do before, right, he could even make it to that point. The messenger of the covenant, just so you can stick with me, is none other than Jesus the Christ. Right? The messenger of the new covenant. Which that's important because, people still are saying we're not under the new covenant. They do. And they teach that. They say because I think what they say, because every man is still teaching his neighbor or something like that they use. But anyway, we're going to find out when it went into effect. This we do if the Lord permit. We're going to glean a couple of the messages that he came and taught the people, because whatever the king say, that's important. We the people of the king, we're supposed to be following suit. Whatever he say, it's for us to do. Right? So we're going to see if we can take a look at some of the things he said. So with all that being said, let's start out in Malachi, the first chapter. We're going to go a couple chapters in Malachi. But the Lord had to send a messenger. At first he sent Israel as his servants, but Israel started to mess up. The people that he left in charge, he called them husbandmen, they started to become corrupt. So he had to refine the people. He had to refine. He had to try them. He had to bring righteous judgment back to the earth. Because the people that he left in charge simply wasn't doing it. And he had a problem with that. And he let us know it. Right? So he said, you know what? I'm going to send my messenger. So we're going to tackle it this we do as the Lord permit. If you just tuning in or you just coming in, like I said, the title is The Messenger of the Covenant. So let's start out in Malachi, the first chapter. And Malachi is going to reveal to us, how the priest felt when it came to relation with the Lord and offering and his sacrifice. Right? We're going to see. Verse 1, harken to the scripture. Said,
The burden,
yes, sir,
of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi.
Okay.
I have loved you, saith the Lord.
Amen.
Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
That's right, because the Lord, he loved Israel, and Israel got a strange way of showing it. Matter of fact, instead of love, they show God hatred under the banner of love. You understand? So that's where like the deceptive pieces coming in. It's not really deception, but the people don't understand, the misunderstanding, where he's like, you saying how have You loved us. Go ahead.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
Yes.
Said the Lord.
So he go and give them a physical example. Something they all understand. Everybody know the story about Jacob and Esau. Even when Malachi spitting this word of the Lord, they all know this story, right? Go ahead.
Yet I love Jacob. I hated Esau.
Right.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
That's right. And you know the Lord don't do that type of thing for no reason. You got to give him a reason, but we're not after that today. Go ahead.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished.
Oh, you know what? Just drop down to verse 5. Excuse me. That's all. I didn't want that. I want 5. Go ahead.
And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel.
That's right. That's key. The Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. That's where it's going to take place. All right? Even before we get, this is talking right here, even before Christ is going to be the one to do the magnifying. That's what he's going to let us, and that's what we're going to come to find out. Because the people that he gave, the law was supposed to be magnified, the priest was supposed to do that, but they, like I said, they busy using and abusing it, so he said, oh, I'm going to get my glory, right? I will be magnified, I'm going to be magnified from the border of Israel. Let you know where it's coming from. So you should know, this is where you need to look for it, right? Go ahead.
6. A son honoreth his father.
Look at that. Now after he told you about he's going to be magnified from the borders of Israel, what he started telling you about? A son. These are clues of who's going to do this magnifying. You understand? He's not just empty speech right here. He let you know. So watch out. Son honor his father,
and the servant his master.
Yes.
If then I be a father, where's mine honor?
That's what he asking the nation. If I'm your father, where is my honor? Because a son's supposed to honor a father. He said about the whole nation of Israel, this is my firstborn. This is my servant. Right? And this one is going to rise out of Israel. He called him a star. He said a star shall arise out of Jacob. But he's like, where is it? I can't tell. Go ahead.
And if I be a master, where's my fear?
That's right.
Said the Lord of hosts unto you.
Right.
O priests, that despise my name.
See, the priests are supposed to be the ones that's doing the service of God. But the Lord is like, if you don't do it properly, you pollute. And that's what they come to be known as. He said, you priests, you do what?
Despise my name.
Despise my name. See, along with the name comes what? Your fame, your renown, your reputation, the authority. Right? All of that is encompassed in the name. People know you by your works. Tell somebody your name. They're gonna picture you by something you've done, by your works. Right? Go ahead.
And ye say, wherein have we despised thy name?
Look at the Lord talking. This is your mindset. You know, this might not be coming out of your mouth, but the actions are dictating this to me. You say, how? Because this is how Israel, you come to me like you righteous. The same thing like you said in Isaiah. Right? You come to me like you righteous, but all the while, the statutes, the judgments that I give you, you pollute it. He said, you don't know my ways. And then you come before me and you act as if you're righteous. Like you've done absolutely nothing wrong. Like you've executed all my things to the T. But you didn't. And then you want to act innocent, but you're guilty. So I'm putting it in your face so that you can understand. Go ahead.
Say,
yes, sir.
Ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar.
Look at that. This is how you polluted my name. You offered polluted bread upon my. We're gonna find out why this is a problem, right? You offer polluted bread upon mine altar, yes, sir.
And ye say, wherein have we polluted thee?
And this is your attitude after you offer the polluted bread. How we offer polluted bread on your altar? They might be thinking physically, but the Lord is talking about the people. Because remember, he's talking to the priests. The priests offer the physical sacrifices as well as the spiritual. Right? They good at offering the physical sacrifice, but when it comes to the spiritual sacrifice, which is the people, you're supposed to clean them up. Ain't no coming to God as you are. As you are, you're supposed to clean them up. You're supposed to prepare them. You're supposed to point out their iniquity so they can change. But if you don't do that, you got something, a lame sacrifice, something that's maimed and halted. And you offering that to me, you saying you did my work. No, you didn't.
Come on.
You guilty. I left you in charge, right? And this is what he pointing out to him. This is what he sent Malachi to let him know. Go ahead.
And that ye say,
What?
the table of the Lord is contemptible.
See, they don't know who's saying that. Nobody is saying that with their mouth, but this is what your works are producing. You said, this is just like you saying the table of the Lord is beneath me or worthless. Right? Or I could just handle it any kind of way. The Lord don't accept anything. He's been trying to teach us this in Genesis the 4th chapter. Started with Cain and Abel. He told Cain, if you do well, you will be accepted. And that's the problem with the people today. Nobody want to do well. Right? Being nice is not doing well. Doing well is doing what God deems to be good. Right?
Yes, sir.
Execution. God like execution. He always on the priest back. You have not executed my judgment. Right, go ahead. Perform. You have not performed. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And if you offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil?
Right. The people. He giving us a physical example, right, for a spiritual meaning. Right. If you offer sacrifice, back in the day, they was offering the lambs and the bullocks and the goats and the sheep. And he told, which we're gonna read after we finish this verse, don't offer me nothing that's lame. So when it comes to my sacrifice, don't offer me nothing that's lame. So now he related that to the people, right? You done brought the people to me and they lame and they blind. What else? He said, if you do this, is this not evil? This is evil to me, but in your sight, it's not. You think you're doing well. It's not evil to you. Go ahead and read.
And if you offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor.
Now he started to put it into a realm where they can understand. To your governor, or your leader, your king. He said, you offer me stuff you wouldn't even offer your governor. And he's like, I'm a great king. King of kings.
Yes.
Right? And you bringing this to me and you doing it constantly. There's no change. That's why he's rebuking. Go ahead.
Will he be pleased with thee?
That's right.
Or accept thy person?
Yes.
Says the Lord of hosts.
Will he accept thy person? That's going to be big. Will he accept this at your hand? So let's see, before we proceed, why he was on him about that. Back up to Deuteronomy 16 real quick. Everything goes back. Deuteronomy 16, you can pick me up at verse 21. He said, if you offer the evil, if you offer the blind for a sacrifice, is that not evil? See, he can condemn them by this because he's already taught them against this behavior. Right? He's already instructed them how to offer unto him and how to get your offering accepted. So he expects you to follow suit. So anything less is uncivilized. He deemed it to be evil or uncommon. But go ahead, verse 21.
Thou shalt not plant thee a grove of any trees.
No, where you at? Deuteronomy 15. 21. We want no trees. Yeah. Go ahead.
And if there be any blemish therein, as if it be lame or blind, or have any ill blemish,
right,
thou shalt not sacrifice it unto the Lord thy God.
That's right, and the people are supposed to know this, right? It's the priest's job to make sure this is known, right? So you shouldn't offer that as a sacrifice to the Lord, right? Not the lame or the blind or any ill blemish. Thou shalt not sacrifice it unto God. Because when he told you about this, he said, bring your first fruits, your best, your firstlings, right? The best you got and offer it unto me. But go ahead. Next verse.
22. Thou shalt eat it within thy gates. The unclean and the clean person shall eat it alike.
Oh, that's good. Okay, yeah. You finish that and we'll escape.
As the roebuck and as the hart.
Okay, amen. Go back to Malachi. Pick me up where you left off. Where we leave off at? Verse 9. We're at verse 9. So that's why he's displeased with them. But instead of it being sacrificed of the bulls and the goats, he's speaking in relation to the people now. So just like you offering a lame or a blind sacrifice among animals, That's how you bring in forth the people. And you're supposed to be the priest. And I gave you the medicine, the balm, and the instruction, which is supposed to heal the people. But he got a problem with the priest. Which we gonna read. He said, "You feed yourself. You don't feed the sheep." And that was his problem with him. But go ahead.
9. And now I pray you, beseech God that he will be gracious unto us.
That's right. Beseech God that he will be gracious unto us. Yes, sir.
This had been by your means, when he regarded your person.
Will he regard your person? You commit evil in the name of the Lord and you saying it's okay. You saying you've done nothing wrong. He asked him, is he going to have respect to you for this? Go ahead.
Said the Lord of hosts.
He said, will he regard? Let's get an answer to that before we move on. Hebrews 87. See, what we read now, we're dealing with, even with Malachi, they still was engulfed in the first covenant. But you see what he's saying. It's a problem with the people. The people are lame, and it's the priest's fault. The priests are evil. All right, so it's a problem with the people as a whole. Hebrews 8 and 7. Hearken to the scriptures. Because remember, Malachi said, will he regard your person, said the Lord of hosts? He asked him. Now we're going to find out the answer. Hearken to the scripture.
For if that first covenant had been faultless,
what you talking about, Lord?
Then should no place have been sought for the second.
So that had to be a problem, right? Now we're going to learn if the problem was with the covenant or what was the actual problem. Go ahead and tell me, please.
For finding fault with them.
With who?
With them.
That's the people. Finding fault with them, with the people. Remember, he said, you offering the blind. You offering to me the lame. You offering to me the hopeless. They are not fixed or recovered. And you're supposed to be my messenger. The problem starts with you. So it's a problem with you and it's a problem with the people. So what happened?
Behold, the days come, said the Lord.
So he says, behold, the days come, what?
When I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
So there's a need for a new covenant. Right? Because the problem is with the people. See, I'm going to make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Go ahead.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt.
What you mean? What you mean?
Because they continue not in my covenant.
So this is the reason. This is what he condemned the priest for. One of the things that he wrote in the covenant was don't offer no blame and lame sacrifice to me. And then the people, you go ahead and you do it anyway. So you can see how it's a problem with the people. All right, so you can see there's a need for a new covenant. He said, but it's not going to be like how it was in Egypt when I took your fathers by the hand to lead them out. All right, come on.
And I regarded them not, said the Lord.
Oh, so you didn't regard. What you mean? I mean, he didn't count them as the people. He said, I regarded them not. Because he was telling them in Malachi, he said, this is what you do. And then you act as if you've done nothing wrong. And then it's a continuous cycle. He said, you offering stuff to me, you won't even offer to your government. He said, shall I regard your persons? Now we find it out now. The problem wasn't with the covenant. The problem was with the people. So for that reason, I'm going to make a new one. So just like the first covenant had a messenger, the second one does too. But it ain't going to be like that one. He said, go ahead and read.
10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days.
Okay, so he's going to tell us exactly this is the difference between the one that I made firsthand and the second. Go ahead, because the same people, right? Let's see what it is. Go ahead.
Said the Lord.
Yes, sir.
I will put my laws into their mind.
So as you can see, there's nothing wrong with the laws. They're the same. You say, I'm going to put my laws into their mind. Go ahead.
And write them in their hearts.
And I'm going to write them in their hearts.
And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people.
What that means? This is the difference in the two covenants. See, the first one, as long as you did the act, you can keep it. You do it by the letter. You keep the Sabbath because you know that the letter tells you, which is the law. It tells you keep the Sabbath, the 7th day of the week. But under the new covenant, the same law, you're gonna keep it now. It's got to get in your heart, in your mind, which is gonna produce a change. If it don't produce the change, you haven't received His Spirit. Now, instead of keeping the Sabbath because you know it's the right thing to do, now you keep it because you love it. Right? Yeah, you keep it because you delight in God. Right? So it's a difference. It's not just about memorizing scripture. That don't mean you got the Holy Ghost. Satan memorized scripture. Right? You got the Holy Ghost when it produces a change in your consciousness, which produces a change in your behavior. If you don't get that, there's no way you're under the second covenant. Because the problem wasn't the covenant, the problem was the people, because they didn't get the law and statutes to their heart. They just kept it by the letter because they knew it was the right thing to do. That's why Paul came, he said the letter kill it, but the Spirit give it life. The same old laws, the difference is the people. You keeping it by the Spirit, you keep it because you love it. You keep it becomes a part of you. You know what that means? Now, just like Christ, who when you look in the mirror, you're supposed to see His reflection. Now, just like Him, the Word became flesh. That's how you supposed to be. The flesh has become the Word now. It's become who you are. That's the difference. And if you don't get that here, there's no way you're going back to Israel. Because this is the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he said two can't walk together unless they agree. He trying to marry, and he only gonna marry people that got the Spirit that's like my dog. That's his bride. That's what Paul told you. The people that's gonna be accounted for the covenant is the ones who it's not the fleshly seed. It's the one who got the Spirit of God. Right. Said if you don't have the Spirit, you none of His. Now how do you get the Spirit? Acts 5:32 lets you know by obeying the command, and keeping the command. It all works together. But now you're just not keeping them because it's the right thing to do. You're keeping it because you know it's the right thing to do, and you believe it, and you love it. It's a part of it. Purge your conscience from dead works. I said all that to say that. But go ahead, finish that right quick. We'll stay out of here.
11.
Yes, sir.
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest.
That's right. I don't know. Your works is it's gonna tell out. People will know. The Bible says, examine yourself to know whether Christ is in you or not, lest you be reprobate. There's no way Christ is in you and you're doing things that's contrary. That's not His Spirit. You have to get His Spirit. That's why He's telling you in Philippians, let this mind be in you. You the body. Now the body needs a mind. But you need the same mind as the messenger of the covenant had. You need the same mind as the bridegroom. Right? You the bride. So there's no way you're gonna be the bride if you doing contrary. Right? You don't have room for harlots. Right? That's not what He's taking back. He's taking back the people with the mind of Christ. He said, I do always those things that please the Father. That's the mind we got to get. And that's what the priest wasn't giving the people. They made it rigorous. The laws and statutes and commandments. It was ruling over them with force. And like He told me in Matthew 23, He said, yeah, you pay tithes and this and that, but you omit the weightier matters of the law. That's why the people lame. The weightier matters of the law was faith. That's spiritual. Yes. Right? Judgment, righteous judgment. These are spiritual things, right? And He said mercy. Yes. That's spiritual. You missed it. So all the time you've been keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you was doing it without faith and mercy and judgment. That's why the people didn't produce a change. And that's why we're here. We're a recipient of the curse. That's how deep it is. But go back to Malachi. So the law of God is perfect. It converts the soul. Not if you're just keeping it by the rules and regulations, right? By the strenuous letter guideline. No, it don't produce nothing. Right. A Muslim can keep it like that. Right. A Buddhist can keep the commandments like that. Amen. But if you don't have it in your spirit, it's not his. You can keep all the Sabbaths you want. Right. But if you don't get the spirit of it, which is love by God, if you don't love by God with all your heart, mind, and soul, love your brother as yourself, it's nothing. Right. You can keep every Sabbath, every feast day, perfect time. It don't even matter. Right. And I'm going to show you, because he said that in Isaiah. Mm-hmm. So the problem that we've been reading about the Old Testament has always been the same. It never took root in the people. And that's the problem we got now. That's why so much bickering and backbiting, all of that type of negativity, things that don't even produce God's spirit. And it's named among Israel. Mm-hmm. All Israel ain't Israel. Mm-hmm. But go ahead, that's enough talking. Malachi. Yeah, I think we left off at verse, we finished verse 9, I believe. Hit me back at, let's pick it up at 10. What? Yeah, that's good. 10. Go ahead.
Who is there
among you, yep,
that will shut the doors for the night? Neither do ye kindle fire on mine altar for night. I have no pleasure in you, said the Lord of hosts.
So you see, still answering that question, will I regard you? Mm-hmm. Will I regard your person? He said, I have no pleasure in you, said the Lord of hosts. Go ahead.
Neither will I accept an offering in your hand.
Look at that. Isn't this what he told Cain? Right? He told Cain the same thing. You can't offer God anything. And that's why he had a problem. You offering me stuff that you know better, that you won't even offer to your leaders. And I'm above them, and you come to me with that? You know why you can do that? Because the love of God ain't in your heart. Come on.
11. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles.
That's right. Everybody gonna know. My fame is gonna extend from coast to coast, sea to sea. My reputation and my renown. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get my glory. Go ahead.
And in every place incense shall be offered unto my name.
That's right. He said, and your eyes shall see, and you shall say, the Lord be magnified. That's going to happen straight from the borders of Israel, where we started out. Go ahead and read it.
And a pure offering, for my name shall be great among the heathen.
Look, pure offering. Mm-hmm. Right? Your mind is into this thing now. Huh? Perfect, type of work. And he said, pure offering. He said, for my name shall be great. Where at?
Among the heathen.
Who said that?
Said the Lord of hosts.
Said the Lord of hosts. He ain't going to accept nothing less. And he got a way that he's going to get this out. This is verse 11. Go ahead and read.
But ye have profaned it, and that ye say, the table of the Lord is polluted.
See, this was Israel's job. You were supposed to do this. My name was supposed to be magnified, and you was my earthly representative. But you started beating and cheating and backbiting and oppressing, and you didn't bring forth judgment, and you was full of robbery. You polluted my name instead of magnifying. I still got to wait. Go ahead.
And the fruit thereof.
And the fruit thereof.
Even his meat is contemptible.
This is what he condemning the people for. Go ahead.
Ye said also.
Look, watch the attitude of the priest. What they say.
Behold, what a weariness it is.
Talking about the Lord's Sabbath. This is bondage, man. Mm-hmm. This is the people mind. This is what he mad at the priest for. You said, like the Lord is wearying you. The Lord is a trouble to you. This is bondage. He said, what a weariness it is. This is how we found a mind to be. And what else?
And ye have snuffed at it.
Made a mockery. It was a light thing to you. Whatever. Go ahead.
Said the Lord of hosts.
Yes.
And ye brought that which was torn.
See? You brought to me that which was torn.
And the lame.
Yes.
And the sick.
Mm-hmm.
Thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand?
Right. This is the type of offering you brought me. Shall I accept this at your hand? This is not the type of offering that I wish to receive. Yet and still you brought it anyway. Go ahead.
Said the Lord, but cursed be the deceiver, which had in his flock a male, and vowed and sacrificed it unto the Lord a corrupt thing.
And it ain't like you didn't have the ability. It ain't like you didn't have the lamb or the male or the whatever in your flock. It ain't like you didn't have it without blemish, one without blemish, but that's not the one you gave me. That's the one you kept for yourself. You're deceived. And then you offer me the one that with the blemish. Huh? Go ahead.
For I am a great king.
That's right.
Saith the Lord of hosts.
Yes.
And my name is dreadful among the heathen.
Mm-hmm. Let's back up real quick. Let's get Leviticus 22 verse 20. I always want to tackle this sacrifice thing one more time. Leviticus 22. He said, I'm a great king. Said the Lord of hosts. Said, my name is dreadful among the heathen. And basically, you stripping me in the sight of the people. You stripping me. Verse 20. Go ahead.
But whatsoever hath a blemish, that shall ye not offer, for it shall not be accepted for you.
Mm-hmm.
And whosoever offereth a sacrifice of peace offerings unto the Lord,
What happened?
to accomplish his vow,
Yes.
or free will offering, and beeves of sheep, it shall be perfect to be accepted.
That's right. That's the kind of people that the Lord wanted offered unto him. But he using the sacrifice of the animals in your flocks to draw the parallel, so that you can understand what type of offering that he's desiring among the people. So he using the law of the sacrifice to make his point. Right? Come on.
There shall be no blemish therein.
That's right.
Blind or broken, or maimed, or having a wind,
Yeah.
or scurvy, or scab. Ye shall not offer these unto the Lord.
Right. And the Lord is like, this is all I'm receiving at your hand. Huh? You expect me to accept this? I already give you instructions that I don't accept it, yet and still you snuffed at it. It was a light thing to you. Come on.
Nor make an offering by fire of them upon the altar unto the Lord.
Yes.
Even a bullock or a lamb that hath anything superfluous, or lacking in his parts,
Right.
that mayest thou offer for a free will
Oh,
offering.
do you see how detailed God is about his offering? Huh? He let you know. I'm a great king. Bring me that which is perfect, without spot, without blemish. And then you see how he goes first. No scurvy back, nothing superfluous, nothing lacking in none of that. Right? Come on.
But for a vow it shall not be accepted.
What else?
Ye shall not offer unto the Lord that which is bruised, or crushed, or broken, or cut. Neither shall ye make an offering thereof in your land.
You shouldn't offer it like that to me. Go ahead and get that next verse.
Neither from a stranger's hand shall ye offer the bread of your God, of any of these, because their corruption is in them.
So the Lord is very detailed and specific on what he accepts. So you need to be the same way when you come to him with your offering. Right? Back up real quick. Isaiah 42. Oh, give me 49 right there. Then we back up to 42. Isaiah 49, you can pick me up at verse 1. He said his name gonna be great among the Gentiles, and he means that. Verse 1. Go ahead and read.
Listen,
Who?
O owls,
Uh-huh.
unto me,
Yes.
and hearken,
Uh-huh.
ye people from far. The Lord had called me from the womb.
Yes, sir.
From the bowels of my mother had he made mention of my name.
That's right. For what reason? Why is he calling this man? From the womb, the bowels of his mother. Why would he do that? Let's find out. Come on.
And he had made my mouth like a sharp sword.
So not only did he call me, he's preparing me for the work that he got for me. So he gave me a mouth that's like a sharp sword, right? Go ahead.
In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me.
That's why I'm under his protection at all times.
Mm.
And that's going to be important because they're going to be seeking to kill me. Because I'm going to be rebuking them.
Mm.
I'm going to be bringing their evil deeds to light. But I'm under the shadow of his protection.
Mm.
You can't hurt me until you say so. Go ahead.
And made me a polished shaft.
Look at that. I'm skilled. Come on.
In his quiver had he hid me.
That's right.
And said unto me,
What did he say unto him?
Thou art my
Say,
servant.
you my servant. Listen. Servant for what reason? Go ahead.
O Israel, in whom I will be glorified.
That's right. So you my servant. See, that's the job he had for the nation. Alright? And then not only the nation, even more specifically, he had this job was for the Christ. Because the nation was messing it up. I gotta send my servant, the real Israel. So you got Israel, the nation mirrors Israel, the Christ. Alright? It's talking about Jesus. He just called him Israel right here. He said, you my servant, you've been called from the womb. What you want me to do? You got a mouthpiece on him. Straight from the heights. He hid under the shadow. Go ahead.
4. Then I said,
What?
I have labored in vain.
Man, this is how I feel. Why would you feel like that?
I have spent my strength for naught.
It's like I'm doing all of the work and it's not setting in. Very few people are taking hold. It's like I'm a voice crying out in the wilderness. Nobody's listening. Nobody's believing the report. Go ahead.
And in vain, yet surely my judgment is with the Lord, and my work with my God.
That's right.
And now said the Lord,
What?
that formed me from the womb,
What you mean?
to be his servant,
To do what?
to bring Jacob again to him.
So that's one task. To bring Jacob again to him. Now this servant right here, this servant ain't gonna offer up no lame, no halted, no blind. That's why he got the tools. He got the sharp mouth. Right? He's a polished quiver. He's a polished shaft. Right? You know, his judgment is gonna be with the Lord. He's gonna bring forth some judgment. Some righteous judgment. Go ahead.
Though Israel be not gathered,
Uh-huh.
yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord,
That's right.
and my God shall be my strength.
Come on.
And he said, Is it a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob,
Uh-huh.
and to restore the preserved of Israel?
Yeah, it's a light. That's almost automatic. Go ahead.
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles.
His name gonna be great even among the Gentiles. He said, I will give you for a light also among the Gentiles or the other nations or the heathen. To be what? What you mean? What type of light I'm gonna be?
That thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth.
That's what he said in Malachi. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same, my name shall be great. This is how he gonna do it. Come on.
7. Thus saith the Lord,
Yes.
the Redeemer of Israel,
What he say?
and his Holy One.
Yes, sir.
To him whom man despiseth,
Yeah.
to him whom the nation abhorreth.
You notice talking about one person and one person in particular, which is Christ. He even testified and said, I'm a stranger to my mother's children. He said they hate me for no reason or more than the hairs on my head. That's the whole nation. More than the hairs on my head. And they hate me without a cause. So you know what you are? You're a murderer. I can't offer you to God. You're a murderer. Go ahead.
To a servant of rulers, kings shall see and arise. Princes also shall worship because of the Lord that is faithful.
What verse you at?
End of verse 7.
Okay.
And the Holy One of Israel, and he shall choose thee.
Yes, sir.
Thus saith the Lord.
What?
In an acceptable time have I heard thee.
Yes.
And in the day of salvation have I helped thee.
Uh-huh.
And I will preserve thee.
Well, what you gonna do?
And give thee for a covenant of the people.
I'm gonna give you for a covenant of the people. Yes, sir. It's gonna be for a covenant of the people. What else?
To establish the earth.
To establish the earth and
To cause to inherit the desolate heritages.
the cause to inherit the desolate heritage. The heritage is desolate because of the breaking of the laws and the commandments and the statutes. In other words, they like lame or halted. But he gonna fix it. He ain't gonna be in that state no more. Back up to the 42nd chapter of Isaiah. Israel was falling down on a mission. I had to send somebody that really represent me. And everybody gonna know him. I'm gonna get my glory and my fame through him. He gonna make sure of that. Verse 18. Go ahead.
Hear, ye deaf, and look ye blind, that ye may see.
Who are you talking to? Huh? Go ahead.
Who is blind?
Mm-hmm.
But my servant.
Israel. The whole nation. I sent them to be the servants, but they blind and deaf. Go ahead.
Or deaf is my messenger that I sent.
Look, this ain't talking about Christ right here. Israel is, he sent them. But you deaf and blind. So I gotta send somebody that's gonna really represent me. You offering polluted bread on my sacrifice. And then you want me to regard you or count you as people just because you was seed of Abraham? Man, you better be for real. Go ahead.
Who is blind is he that is perfect.
That's right. Because remember, in Malachi telling us the same thing. You offer polluted bread, but then you come back and you say, how is it polluted? No fault. You're already perfect in your own mind and in your own way. So he said, who is deaf? That's my messenger, who that I sent. Who is blind as he that is perfect? Yes.
And blind is the Lord's servant.
Yes.
Seeing many things.
See many things.
But thou observest not.
But you're not getting the bigger picture. You're not getting a real message. You see what it says. But it's not sinking in. Yes.
Opening the ears. But he heareth not.
Now listen. You're hearing what I'm telling you, the right thing, but you're not doing. Go ahead.
The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake.
The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. Yes.
He will magnify the law.
He will. It's going to happen. Regardless. You messing it up now. But that's not going to stop. The Lord will what?
Magnify the law.
That's right. And what?
Make it honorable.
How's he going to do this? How's he going to do this? I'm asking. How is he going to magnify the law and make it honorable? He's going to send a man. He's going to send a man. John 1st chapter. This is how he's going to do it. He's just letting us know before it came to play. That's important to God. Magnifying his law, making it honorable. Why? Because that changes people. Huh? That converts your soul. So why wouldn't he make it honorable? That's what he chose Israel to do in the beginning, but they were stumbling and falling down on the mission. But you know what? When I send this Israel right here, I'm going to get my glory out. You know where it's going to come out of? From the borders of Israel. I told y'all this. You need to be looking. Right? John 1, pick me up at verse 1. Go ahead.
In the beginning was the Word.
Yes, sir.
And the Word was with God.
Okay.
And the Word was God.
Yes.
The same was in the beginning with God.
Same was, he was right there with him. The Word. And the Word was God, and the Word was right there with God. Right? Come on.
All things were made by him.
All things was made by the Word.
And without him was not anything made that was made.
That's right.
In him was life.
In him was life.
And the life was the light of men.
That's right. What else happened?
And the light shined in darkness.
Uh-huh.
And the darkness comprehended it not.
The darkness was the people.
Mm.
The works that they was producing was called works of darkness. He is the light. Once the light shines, it reproves the darkness. That's why I say to him was the life of men. Tree of life, life of men, right? So what happened?
There was a man sent from God.
To do what?
Whose name was John.
Uh-huh.
The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light.
So before I send you this light, I'm going to send somebody to bear witness of this light. But you need to know when it's coming. Go ahead.
That all men through him might believe.
That all men through who? Through the light, through the word. Through the light might believe, yes.
It was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of the light.
Yep.
That was the true light, which lighted every man that cometh into the world.
That's what the true light is. Christ is the true light. What else happened?
He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not.
They didn't know. He was right there walking with his own people.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know him. Because he was light. The reason why they wouldn't know him, because he's light in their darkness. The darkness don't comprehend the light. What else?
He came into his own.
He came to his own people. It got to. The Bible already told us where he's coming from. He already gave us a name. My servant Israel. What else?
And his own received him not.
They wouldn't even receive him. They didn't know him and they wouldn't receive him. What else?
But as many as received him,
What happened?
to them gave he power to become the sons of God.
Yes.
Even to them that believe on his name.
Even to them that believe on his name. Verse 14. Go ahead.
And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us.
See, that's how they're going to magnify the law and make it honorable. The word has become what?
Flesh and dwelt among us.
Exactly. And him was our life. It's like God get the glory. The word was made flesh. What else?
And we beheld his glory. The glory as of the only begotten of the Father.
That's right.
Full of grace and truth.
Grace, full of grace and full of truth. This is honorable in the sight of God. He's magnified. So when you come to him and you in darkness, you will no longer be darkness. Because he is light. So if you lame, you will no longer be lame. If you blind, you will no longer be blind. If you haughty, you will no longer be haughty. Right? It's the difference. Gotta take root. What verse you at?
15.
That's good. Back up to Malachi, the 3rd chapter. Malachi 3, we'll start at verse 1. But God will. That's how he's going to magnify his word. That's how he's going to magnify his law and make it honorable. He said his representative. The word became flesh. And now, once you take hold to it, it started to produce that change that he was looking for in the beginning. 3 and 1. Hearken to the scripture.
Behold, I will send my messenger.
Look at that. What are you going to do?
And he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord.
This is what we was reading. This messenger here, speaking about John the Baptist. He said he's going to prepare the way though. Remember he said John gave witness of this light, which was the true light. John was light, but he gave witness of the true light. He preparing the way. Right? Go ahead.
Whom ye see shall suddenly come to his temple.
Okay, so he said, look, he said, I will send my messenger, he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord whom you seek, right? You seeking the Lord whom you seek, he said, he shall suddenly come to his temple. This is who we call. What's his name?
Even the messenger of the covenant.
That's what John bearing witness of. The messenger of the covenant. I thought they already had a covenant. They do. But this is a new. So I gotta send my messenger. So you can know what's required. Because you done broke the first one and I didn't regard you as a people. That's what he said in Isaiah 49. The messenger of the covenant. He said, whom ye delight. Did you read that part? Okay. Go ahead and read that part.
Whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts.
Okay, he's going to come, saith the Lord of hosts. Look, Isaiah 49, verse 8. He said, thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time I have heard thee, in the day of salvation I have helped thee. I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people, to establish and to cause to inherit the desolate heritage. This is the same person he's talking about. The messenger of the covenant. He said, and when he come, you at verse 2? What happened?
But who may abide the day of his coming?
Right. Who gonna be able to stand when he come? It's the reason why he's talking like this. Who gonna be able to stand? Go ahead.
And who shall stand when he appeareth?
Why is he saying that? Go ahead.
For he is like a refiner's fire.
That's right.
And like a fuller's soap.
That's key. You know why? Because that fire is representing judgment. And he's refining. He's like a refiner's fire. Why? He gonna go ahead.
And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver.
Purifier of silver. What that mean? That means taking away the dross. The dull or the imitation. How is he going to do that? With fire. With judgment. That judgment is going to be burning them up. Because it's going to be righteous judgment. Alright? Go ahead. So he's going to sit as a refiner and a purifier of silver. What else he going to do?
And he shall purify the sons of Levi.
And
purge them as gold and silver.
That's right.
That they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness.
That's what he's seeking. He ain't seeking that lame, that halted. Not seeking that as an offering. He want an offering in righteousness. Alright? So let's see real quick. Holy, we coming back. Pick me up at Isaiah, the first chapter. Because he's gonna be a purifier of silver. You there? Pick me up at verse 1. We're going to skip around a bit. Go ahead.
The vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah.
That's right. So, you know, he was had his visions in the days of Uzziah and Jotham, all kings of Judah. Right? Go ahead. Which is where the messenger going. Go ahead.
Hear, O heavens.
Do what?
And give ear, O earth.
Why?
For the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
See, once again, the problem is with the people. Rebellion. He said, I nourished them, and I raised them up. Yet and still, they rebel. Go ahead.
3.
Yes?
The ox knoweth his own.
Oh, man, you can be crucial. Yes, sir.
And the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know.
What you mean?
My people doth not consider.
My people, they don't even consider. Same thing Malachi was telling us. You do and offer polluted bread on my altar, and you don't even consider. You be like, how have I done this? You don't even consider. Go ahead.
A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
What you mean?
A seed of evildoers.
That's right. You're talking about the whole nation too. Go ahead.
Children that are corrupters.
Yes.
They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
All the while they keeping Sabbaths and feasts. You understand? This is what he testified against. They keeping Sabbath. They keeping feasts, the new moon. They keeping all that. Yet and still, are you hearing what he's saying about the people? Back. They done turned backwards. Huh? He said, you provoke me to anger. You are corrupt, you evildoers, the whole seed. What happened?
They are gone away backwards.
Yes, sir.
Why should ye be stricken any more? You will revolt more and more.
You just gonna rebel. The more I beat you, the more you rebel. You reprobate. Go ahead.
The whole head is sick.
Oh my goodness. Yes, sir.
And the heart faint.
Yes.
From the sole of the foot even,
Go ahead.
even unto the head, there is no soundness in it.
No sound. Can't even reason. Yes, sir.
But wounds and bruises
and
petrifying sores.
Yes.
They have not been closed.
And you offered it to God. You understand? You offered it to me. You haven't healed it up. You haven't bound the wound. You ain't put no ointment. And you giving it to me like it's all gravy. Go ahead and read.
Neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
You know what? I got a surprise for you. Go ahead.
Your country is desolate.
That's the surprise. I can't even have you in my presence doing this foolishness. Your country desolate. Go ahead.
Your cities are burned with fire.
Yes, sir.
Your land, strangers devour it in your presence. And it is desolate, as overthrown by strangers.
Yes, sir.
And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers.
How bad are they?
As a besieged city.
Man, that bad? Go ahead.
Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
You know what he did to those cities? He destroyed them for the evil that they doing. And he said, Israel, you my people, but you strange. You the same way. The only reason I didn't destroy you at Sodom and Gomorrah, because that's what you like in my presence, because, like he said in Isaiah 65, I would have destroyed the whole vineyard. But I kept one cluster. That's the remnant we're speaking about here. Because the blessing was in it. You know what that blessing is? That's the messenger of the covenant. That's Christ. Through him, I'm going to magnify my life. I'm going to give my glory. And you know how I know? Because he said, when he was praying in John the 17th chapter, he said, Lord, I've done. He said, I magnified your name, or I glorified thy name here on earth. Huh? I finished. Now give me back my glory that I had with you before the world was. I made it honorable in their sight. But go ahead.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye rulers of Sodom.
Yes, sir.
Give ear to the law of our God, ye people of Gomorrah.
You see, who he got the problem with? The problem is with the rulers. The leader. That's why he went to the priest in Malachi. You leading the people. The problem is with you. That's why they ain't getting better. Go ahead.
To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me? Saith the Lord.
Yes.
I am full of the burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed beasts. I delight not in the blood of bullocks or of lambs or of he goats.
Go ahead.
When ye come to appear before me,
what happened?
Who had required this at your hand?
Yes.
Nation unto me.
What you mean?
The new moons and Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with.
So they're still keeping the new moons, the Sabbaths, and all the calling of assemblies. They're keeping that. So it's more to it. There's more to it than keeping Sabbaths and feast days and dietary law. That's what he's trying to tell you. The problem with the covenant, well, ain't nothing wrong with it. The problem is with the people. You don't take hold on it really. You just look on it as a set of rules and guidelines and regulations. But those rules and guidelines and regulations, number one, they show you my character. Number two, if you take hold on it, they're going to produce a change. They're going to purge your conscience from dead works. And that's the problem. The people's conscience ain't being purged unto this day. So no change in behavior. And then you telling the people you got the Holy Ghost as long as you can, it's going to just, bring scriptures back to your memory. It's past memory knowledge. It's past that. If it don't produce no change in your, you don't have it. You don't have the spirit if you don't produce no change. You keep it say it's a burden. Dietary law. It's a burden. Everything is a burden. You ain't got the spirit. Can't go back. Not under the new covenant. But it's not over for you. You know, you got to work on it. You got to purge. You got to use the word to purge your conscience. Clean yourself or purify yourself, like you say in 1 John 3. You got hope to see God as He is. Any man got this hope, he purified himself. I mean, you clean yourself up from the pollutions of the world. Using the word of God as a guideline. And then you start to love it. It's become a part of you, who you are, until it's spewing out of you. Then you become like Christ, the word made flesh, or the word in the flesh. That's the goal. Go ahead.
It is iniquity. Oh, even the solemn meeting.
Even the solemn meeting? Sabbath? Solemn? All of that? You the one gave this to us. I did. But you ain't doing it right. You tread my course. The incense and stuff you offer for sin is vain. The wages of sin is death. If I'm not taking your sacrifice for sin, that means you're going to die. I'm not going to count you as the seed. I'm not going to regard you as the people. The Lord told us about the seed. He said the seed is in itself. That's why he compared Christ to the tree of life. Any man that's Christ, he don't sin. He said he doeth righteousness. Any man that doeth righteousness is of the Lord. And I might be misquoted a little bit, but this morning it's the same. Gotta get the spirit. What verse you at? 14. Okay.
Your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hated. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them.
Man, this is tight. There's more than about just doing it in the physical realm. I can't stand it. Why wouldn't he be able to stand it? Because you committing sin and you coming before me like you're righteous. All the appointed times, girl. You know what he called them? One of the apostles called spots and blemishes. And you know you ain't supposed to offer no sacrifice with spot and blemish. Go ahead.
And when ye spread forth your hands, I will hide mine eyes from you.
What you doing when you spread forth your hands? Why are you hiding? We your people. God, why you hiding your eyes from us? Because he don't hear the prayer of who? That's right. Go ahead.
Yeah. When you make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood.
Your hands full of blood. Yes.
Wash you.
This is what you need to do. Wash you.
Make you clean.
Make yourself clean. Clean yourself up. Purify yourself.
Put away the evil of your doings.
What you mean?
From before mine eyes.
Now he's going to start running it down a little bit. What?
Cease to do evil.
Stop doing evil.
Learn to do well.
Paul quoted this in Romans. Learn to do well. So it's a process. Learn to do well. Tell me something that you consider well.
Seek judgment.
Seek after righteous judgment. Such as
relieve the oppressed.
Keep the Sabbath.
Relieve the oppressed.
Right? He don't have to say keep the Sabbath because they already was doing that. He don't have to say keep the dietary law because they already was doing that. He don't have to say word fringes because they already was doing that. He don't have to say keep the new moon, they already was doing that. The appointed time, they already was doing that. So what is the real message? What?
Relieve the oppressed.
Man. You know what it's saying in code? Love thy neighbors thyself. Who's doing the oppressing? Who got power to oppress? The leaders, the rulers. So you do your part. Relieve the oppressed.
Judge the fatherless.
Judge the fatherless.
Plead for the widow.
Plead for the... This is pleasing in his sight. He said, learn how to do this. Remember, learn to do well. Learn how to do this. Because he set up the whole society like this. Huh? Even when you prosper in the land, you got a field, you gleaning grapes, you getting the grapes and stuff. He told, don't take them all. Leave some for the poor. Leave some for the father. Leave some for the widow. Leave some for the stranger. Because God's society looks very different than the society we've been raised up in. Mm-hmm. In his society, nobody goes without. When you're looking at the law, statutes, that's what they produce in the judgments and the statutes. Equality, equity. Everybody might not have the same amount, but it's a commandment. Nobody going without, because everybody's charged with love thy neighbor as thyself. So if you got a field, if you got grapes and you got wheat, right, and you got vegetables, and whatever you got, it's a commandment for all y'all. If somebody come in your field and they hungry, they can eat of your field, and then it shouldn't be a burden to you. Love thy neighbor as thyself. When you lend to the poor, you lend to the Lord. So peep the message. Because when he come in the flesh, he bringing the same message. Watch. Go ahead.
Come now, and let us reason together, saith the Lord.
That's right. He said, the Lord said, come, let us reason together. What happened?
Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow.
What?
Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool.
How?
If ye be willing
and
obedient.
If you be willing and obedient. Go ahead.
Ye shall eat the good of the land.
But what if you refuse?
But if you refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword. For the mouth of the Lord has spoken it.
That's right, it's going to be devoured. The sword is there. That's why we're over it now. Somebody didn't listen. Go ahead.
How is the faithful city becoming harlot?
That's right. He want to know. The city I gave you, just like he said in Isaiah 5, I gave you all the good laws and statutes and commandments. When I made the vineyard, I hedged it up. I put all the protection around it. I gave you the best of this and the best of that. Now when I turn my back, how is this? Have you a degenerate plan? Like, how has the faithful city become a harlot? Go ahead.
It was full of judgment.
It was, I gave you all my judgment. They righteous too. How did this happen? Go ahead.
Righteousness lies in it.
That's right. But now,
murderers.
Man. Go ahead.
Thy silver is become dross.
Thy silver is become dross.
Thy wine mixed with water.
See, this is what he's talking about. He's going to be a purified silver. He's going to take away the dross. Your wine is mixed with the doctrine, the teaching. It's mixed. It wasn't mixed when I gave it to you. And that's why it's producing, it's not the seed that's of me. That's why the seed is lame and halted and blind. It's not producing what I said it for. It's bringing forth sour grapes, in other words. Go ahead.
Thy princes are rebellious.
Look, that's what. Well, the princes are what? They the leaders, right? But they rebellious to the Lord. So however the king is and the leaders are, that's how the people tend to be. Our leaders are rebellious.
And companions of thieves.
Companions of what?
Thieves.
So what did the Lord tell you about your company? What did he tell you about your company, who you hang with? Don't hang with people that's unequally yoked. Bad company does what? So now when you see Jesus come and say, I would come before me of thieves and robbers, you know what he's talking about.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Everyone loveth gifts.
Look at that. Because the judges. Remember, it was full of judgment, but now the judgment can be polluted by you offering a gift. You know you're guilty, but you done came and you done tickled my hand, and now I done relieved you in your guilty state and told and set you free. And this is the way of the people now. God hates this. This is how it is today. The same way of the world. That's why you always hear people say, ain't no justice in this country. You know you can pay off the judges, bribe them. And that's what's happening in Israel. We going back to Israel because they was in the land and they still did wrong. And we over here as a result of the wrongdoing. So now that we over here, we have to learn the right thing to do so that we can go back. Because there's no way you're going back with the same mind that they had at first. That was the problem. That's why they're not in the country now. The problem was with the people. Part of the covenant is you tied to the land. It's supposed to be yours. But I can't give it to you if you don't agree. Your mind is dirty. Can't have this in my sight. You Sabbath, everything you keep is profane to me. Huh? Go ahead.
And follow it after rewards.
Look at that. Perverting judgment. And Jesus is gonna, this is what he was on about too in Matthew the 15th chapter. Go ahead.
They judge not the fatherless, neither does the cause of the widow come unto them.
Right. You know, you're not taking care of your neighbor as yourself. The widow, she done lost her husband, she done lost her head or her protection. The priest, you're supposed to step in. But you don't judge your cause. It's just like you let her get ate up. Matter of fact, you help devour them. Hopefully, we'll get to an example. Go ahead.
Therefore saith the Lord.
What did he say?
The Lord of hosts.
Yes.
The mighty one of Israel. I will ease me of mine adversaries.
And he's talking about his own people right now being his adversaries. You know what? I'm going to be relieved of them, though. They're not going to keep on antagonizing me like this and getting away. I'm going to ease myself for them. Go ahead.
And avenge me of mine enemies.
That's right.
And I will turn my hand upon thee, and purely purge away thy dross.
That's what he's talking about in Malachi. He's going to be as refiners of silver and gold. He's going to take away the dross. Go ahead.
And take away all thy tin.
And all thy tin. And the people ain't pure no more. They done went from gold to silver to tin to dross. Huh? A steady decline, in other words. That's why I said they went away backwards. Go ahead.
And I will restore thy judges as at the first.
That's right. Because remember you talking about how the righteous it was at the first. And he's going to send his messenger to do that. And that's why they're going to always want to kill. That's why they always want to kill Christ. Straight rebuking every time. What verse you at?
Middle of 26.
Go ahead.
And thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city.
Go ahead.
Zion shall be redeemed with judgment,
and
her converts with righteousness.
Her converts. Gotta be converted. Don't convert them with righteousness. Go back to Malachi. Malachi 3, whatever it is out there. Verse, okay. Verse, you can go back at 3. That's cool. Go ahead.
And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver.
Right.
And he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver.
For what reason?
That they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. Then shall the offering of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord.
How?
As in the days of old.
That's what he just said in Isaiah. It's going to be back. Pure. As in the days of old. Go ahead.
And as in former years.
How you going to do that though?
And I will come near to you to judge me.
Come to that judgment. This is what they was leaving off. Righteous judgment. There wasn't oppressing. There was oppressing the fatherless and the widow. Things that God clearly hated. All the while you keeping feasts and Sabbath and dietary law and new moons, right? And you thinking that's it. But we're going to refine. Go ahead.
And I will be a swift witness against the sorcerer.
That's right. Because look, he refining them. He bringing forth judgment. He said he's going to be a swift witness against who?
The sorcerer.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the deceiver. Ain't talking about like Harry Potter sorcery, nah. He talking about one that deceives you. What else?
And against the adulterers.
And against the adulterers.
And against false swearers.
And against false swearers. Yes.
And against those that oppress the hireling in his wages.
That's against those that oppress the hireling. What they got to do? See, God deal with economy too. He ain't just in the clouds. He deal with economy, rulership, practical things. Oppress. He said, I'm going to be a swift witness against those that oppress the hiring of his wages. Because that's what they was doing too. The leaders was doing it again. Jeremiah 22. They was doing it. Go ahead.
The widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right.
Yes.
And fear not me, said the Lord of hosts.
Go ahead.
For I am the Lord.
Uh-huh.
I change not.
That's right. So whatever I told you in times past, still good. This is why I can come and rebuke you. I don't change. Go ahead.
Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Even from the days of your fathers ye are gone away from mine ordinances, and have not kept them.
That's his testimony against Israel. As a whole, from the time I brought you out of Egypt to the time I got to send a messenger to come, even to now. He said, what again?
You're gone away from mine ordinances.
You're gone away from my ordinances. Yes.
And have not kept them.
Yes, you know what you say? It's bondage, man. It's weariness. Can't do nothing. Go ahead.
Return unto me, and I will return unto you.
See, that's how it is. God is with you as long as you're with him. See, we got a chance. We got to take advantage. He said, return unto me,
and I will return unto you.
Yes.
Said the Lord of hosts.
Yes.
But ye said, wherein shall we return?
Once again, this is the people's attitude or mindset towards God. We never left. We've been keeping feasts. We've been on that dietary. We've been doing commandments. Have you? Go ahead.
8. Will a man rob God?
Oh, yeah. That's where the pastors go left with it, right? He said, will a man rob God? Right? Before we even continue, you remember what we just read in Isaiah, the first chapter. You have become companions of thieves. All that come before me are thieves and robbers. I said, will a man rob God? Yes.
Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee?
Once again, you're like, where have we robbed you? We've been paying tithes. Huh?
And offerings.
And offerings. Go ahead.
And tithes and offerings, ye are cursed with a curse. For ye have robbed me.
Who robbed you?
Even this whole nation.
Oh, man. So we done took it from off the prisoner. The whole nation is guilty. How can the whole nation be guilty of robbing God? He said, in tithes and in offering. Go ahead and read.
Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse.
See, it's a science to this thing. To this tithe. It's a reason behind it. Go ahead and read.
That there may be meat in mine house.
And
prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts.
Yes.
If I will not open you the windows of heaven, and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it.
What else?
And I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground.
That's right, because your work is blessed. Go ahead.
Neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts.
And what happened?
And all nations shall call you blessed.
See, this is going to produce a totally different economy. all nations gonna call you blessed. But you stingy towards God. You a thief and a robber. Go ahead and read it.
For ye shall be a delightsome land, saith the Lord of hosts.
Let's see why he called them thieves and robbers. Back up to Deuteronomy 14. Because he said not only the priests now, he said the whole nation. Deuteronomy 14. Verse 27. Go ahead.
And the Levite that is within thy gates, thou shalt not forsake him, for he had no part nor inheritance with thee.
All right, the Lord, he chose Levi, he didn't give him a plot of land or an inheritance. He gave him to be in charge of the service of God. And they was bringing the tithe, and it's supposed to be for the Levites. All right? Go ahead. What verse you at?
28.
Okay. All right.
At the end of 3 years thou shalt bring forth all the tithe of thine increase.
Oh. What you say? 3? This is different? Huh? He said at the end of 3 years thou shalt bring forth the tithe of your increase. Go ahead.
The same year.
The same year, and
shall lay it up.
Where at?
Within thy gates.
We're going to say, bring all the tithes and offers to my storehouse that it may be meat. Right? Why we got to do this? We already paid the first fruits. Huh? We already paid tithes on our first. Now we got to do this at the end of 3 years. Go ahead.
And the Levite, because he had no part nor inheritance with thee, and the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow.
Hold on for a minute. Is these the same people that he said he was oppressing and afflicting? Because God take care of these. He plead their cause. And he gonna straighten out the judgment. So how is the whole nation robbing? God said, this is why he wanted you to bring that tithe. The 3rd year, he said for the Levite that had, because he don't have no inheritance. And he said, this is who it's for. This is the purpose of it, right? It's for the Levite that has no inheritance, and for the stranger, and for the fatherless, and for the widow. These people will be more than likely the poor. Because the Bible says if a man don't work, man don't eat. It's hard for somebody that's lame to work, that's halted, that's lame. Go ahead.
Which are within thy gates.
They within your gates. You're supposed to take care of them. This is why I let you prosper. Why do you think I let you get increase? Not for you to enjoy it and heap it up. See, that's what people do. That's what we think it's for. We think we get riches, God bless us to get rich so we can heap it up and stack it up and add wealth on top of wealth. No. You're going to be found guilty for that. You get wealth so you can help somebody else. Why? I think it's Deuteronomy 18:8 to tell you, like, to establish the covenant. This is why God lets you give with wealth. Huh? Because this is part of loving your neighbor as yourself. A rich man got more responsibility. See, that's why I know I can't be rich over here in this land. Number one, if I'm rich and I got a business, I got to pay you every day. Number two, I got to help out, to where my people ain't lacking. Everybody is sustained. This is the economy of the nation. This is how it's supposed to be. See, every other economy is not like this. This is why he told you, keep the laws and statutes and commandments. It's going to be your wisdom among the nations where you go, and everybody that see you, they're going to call you blessed. It's going to produce a different economy. Everybody is taken care of. And the people is charged with doing it. Huh? Nobody's looking. Nobody is lacking. So we never seen that type of economy. It's proof that we don't keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Even among the believers, that's how it's supposed to be. He gave us an example in Acts the 2nd chapter and Acts the 4th chapter. Take care of the people. That's what we bring them in. That's why he say the whole nation is guilty. You're like, wow, you don't plead the cause of the fatherless and the widow. You think you keep the Sabbath? You keep the feast? But what about the poor? What about the fatherless? What about the widow, the needy, the lame, the hungry, the blind, the blind? They need that money. And you sitting up there stacking it up. And then you commanding the people to bring forth more wealth. You remember when Jesus was observing the temple? And everybody was putting in the money, right? What did he tell them to the Pharisees and scribes? We'll read it. Finish this, Kevin.
Which are within thy gates shall come and shall eat and be satisfied.
Right. So if you prospering and there's poor people within your gates, the Lord chose you to take care of them. How can you say you keeping my commandments when you don't look after these people? And they your own, they your brothers and sisters. Flesh is your flesh, bone is your bone, and they going without it. You got it. And then you running them out of your vineyard when they just trying to glean grapes. Go to the 15th chapter of Deuteronomy. Was that the 15th chapter?
Those are 14.
Oh, give me the 15th chapter. Verse 5. Go ahead.
Only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all these commandments which I command thee this day.
Yes, sir.
For the Lord thy God blesseth thee, as he promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow, and thou shalt reign over many nations.
That was a blessing right there. We missed it. We under the curse. Yeah, we would have lent to many nations. You should not borrow. Go ahead.
But they shall not reign over thee. If there be among you a poor man,
what you want me to do?
Of one of thy brethren.
Look at that. Within your gates. Yes.
Within any of thy gates, in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thine heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother.
Now, when you say the whole nation done robbed me, all that come before me are thieves and robbers. And then he point out, you know, executing the judgment of the poor, the widow, the stranger, the fatherless. Now you know it makes more sense. You've been charged, you've been commanded to open your hand wide, to not harden your heart from thy poor brother. Go ahead.
But thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him.
See, you know what he teaches? This is next level Christianity. This is next level. He's trying to show us how to love thy neighbor, thy brother as thyself. This is weird over here in this land. Nobody does this. I'm good. I've been working hard. I done did this. What? You better go get I got mine. That's satanic mentality. Among guys, he's not coming back for people like that. This is part of the reason we over here, for that same old mindset. Gotta purge that. Go ahead. Open our hand wide. Go ahead.
And shall surely lend him sufficient for his need, and that which he wanted.
Because number one, he said the Lord, your God, the one gave you the land. You lend him sufficient. I ain't talking about lending to him like you're expecting it back. You give it to him. Go ahead.
Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying, the 7th year, the year of release is at hand, and thine eye be evil against thy poor brother, and thou givest him not, and he cry unto the Lord against thee.
That's right, the year of release, meaning the debts get released. And you don't give it to him because you know he can't pay you back. He don't have to pay you back because all the debt's supposed to be released at the end of the 7th year. So you take that into consideration and be like, no, I ain't going to get this back if I give it to him. The Lord said, that's a wicked heart. He said, don't even let this thought arise in your wicked mind. Right? He said, because if he cry out against you,
and it be sin unto thee.
Wow. Sinful nation. The people laden with iniquity. That's what he said. Go ahead.
Thou shalt surely give him, and thine heart shall not be grieved when thou givest unto him. Because that for this thing the Lord thy God shall bless thee in all thy works.
Hold on for a minute. You want your work to be blessed. You see what he said? Because for this thing. Other word English, this is the reason why. If you do this, I'll do this for you. Huh? Because what?
That for this thing the Lord thy God shall bless thee in all thy works. And
what? Bless you in what?
In all thy works.
This is why he can tell you don't complain about your wages. You ain't got to depend on the employer. You do what I told you. I'll make sure you're blessed in your work. You might not be getting paid, but you're not going to be lacking. Huh? You got to see past that physical. Don't you know how big God is? The universe listens to God. The stuff is alive. The earth is alive. The water. How can he give the waters and stuff a commandment? How can he give something a commandment that's dead? Huh? The grass. Don't, if you do what I told you, I'll come. Even nature will take care of you. Rain in due season. Huh? You just looking at your employer. I got elements. I got everything. And I really don't need none from you, because you know that's how people, when it comes to time, how people get tight. You know, you think you give it, you know, that Lord tell you, look, if I was hungry, I wouldn't even tell you. That's sad. You got a bad mind. Well, where you at? Did you finish that?
Bless all thy works, and in all that thou puttest thine hand unto.
That's big. Bless all your works, plus everything you put your hand to. Be like a green tree planted by the rivers of water. What verse you at, Kevin?
Verse 11.
Okay.
For the poor shall never cease out of the land.
Endless opportunity. You got endless opportunity to get this right. They always gonna be around.
Therefore I command thee.
But I don't want them to lack just because they're around. So I'm charging you. You the person that has. Therefore I command you,
saying, Thou shalt open thine hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor, and to thy needy in thy land.
This is one of the reasons we're not in our land. This one is Proverbs 19 chapter. You know why this was hard for the people to do? It was covetous. That's why the commandment started in him with covetous. When it comes to money, the people take on a whole different mind. That money becomes a ruler. You can't even give. It got control over it. It won't let you. You trust in it. That's why it won't let you. You didn't know you trusted in it. That's why Jesus was rebuking the rich young ruler. Rich young ruler. Huh? And you know what he said? I kept the commandments from my youth. I kept all the commandments from my youth. What do I lack? And you know, Christ went right back and told him, sell all you got and give it to the poor. And it will where you saw. But he got his wealth off the poor people back. That's the only reason he told him to sell it. He was giving them a fresh start. He was covetous. The money reigned in his mortal body. He had control of his mind. He couldn't get his mind. He couldn't believe it. He had eternal life on the table. It was this close. It was right there. It was in reach. So God tell you, don't let your heart be overcharged with surprise. Stacking up wealth. And it don't even have to be wealth. It could be what you like. You might be a shoeman. Stacking it up. You only put on one pair at a time. Somebody in need, you ain't gonna close your hand. Whatever the case is, it don't matter. Shoes is just the first thing came on mind. It could be money. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you what verse? 17. Go ahead.
He that had pity upon the poor, lend it unto the Lord. And
say what?
He that had pity upon the poor, lend it unto the Lord. And that which he had given will he pay him again.
Oh man, that's what the commandments were saying. Man, it ain't even like you giving it for free. The Lord is the one, he pay you back. We can't even make it to that type of trust factor. That's a problem. That's a problem. Pick me up at John the 10th chapter. I got some more, but I've been taking too long. Yeah. John 10. John 10. Let me get there. I'll take verse 1.
Verily, verily, I say unto you.
Truly, truly, I say. This is the messenger of the covenant. Remember Deuteronomy, the Lord told Moses, a prophet like you, I'm going to raise up him, you should listen to. The messenger of the covenant. This is when you need to pay attention to. When he talk, when you see the red letters, you need to pay real close attention. See, Moses was the messenger under the first one. The second one, the messenger is Christ. The Lord told you in Hebrew, he said, in these last days he chose to speak to us by his Son, by whom he made heir of all things. He talking. Go ahead.
Verily, verily, I say unto you.
Truly, truly, I say unto you.
He that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold,
yes,
but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber.
The same is what?
A thief and a robber.
Man, that's tight. Go ahead.
But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice.
That's right.
And he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. And when he put it forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice.
Right. They hear his words. Remember when he was told, he had them disciples, John the 6th chapter, and he started talking to them about eating my flesh and drinking my blood. They said this is a hard saying. So from this point on, many of them went back. And then he said, he asked the apostles, do this offend you too? And Peter said, where we gonna go? He said, you got the words of eternal life. You the shepherd. You got the words to eternal life. They was his sheep. They heard his voice. The other ones went back. He said his sheep ain't gonna follow a stranger. Alright, go ahead.
And the stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers.
That's right, they don't know the voice of strangers. Yes?
This parable spake Jesus unto them.
Parable, go ahead.
But they understood not what things they were which he spake unto
Right,
them.
they really wasn't giving, you know, it was kind of over their head a bit. But go ahead.
Then said Jesus unto them
We
again,
continued on.
Verily, verily, I say unto you,
Truly, truly, I say unto you,
I am the door of the sheep.
I am the door of the sheep.
All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers.
All that ever came before,
Mhm.
all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers. Go ahead.
But the sheep did not hear them. I am the door.
Yes.
By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved.
By me. And we're going to find out why he called all of them thieves and robbers again. By me, if any come in, they shall be saved. Go ahead.
And shall go in and out and find pasture.
Go ahead.
The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill.
That's the job of the thief. That's what was happening. In this case, the thieves are, when you're talking right now, they scribes and Pharisees, religious leaders of the day. Same like he was saying in Malachi the 3rd chapter. The priest, you done violated. You done brought the lame. Go ahead.
And to destroy.
Yes.
I am come that
That's the sheep. That's what you do to the sheep. And that's why when you offer the sacrifice, the sheep is lame. The sheep is blind. The sheep is halted. I didn't require that. I told you to give me the best, right? Without spot and blemish. Yes, sir.
I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly.
Amen.
I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
So I'm the good shepherd. The shepherd give his life for the sheep. Back me up real quick. Ezekiel 34. Pick me up at verse 1. The good shepherd paid the price. Go ahead.
And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God unto the shepherds, Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves.
That's the problem. The shepherds feed themselves. Right? They taking whatever the Lord gave, they just go into town with it. The problem is they don't do what?
Should not the shepherds feed the flocks?
That's the problem. That's what they're supposed to do, but that's not what they're doing. Come on.
Ye eat the fat, and ye clothe you with wool.
Right, you know, that's what the shepherds do. Make sure they taking care of the sacrifices, you eat the fat. Alright, you clothe yourself with the finest.
Ye kill them that are fed.
Oh, but the one that do got some knowledge, that's fed, you kill them. Because they probably rebuking you. Go ahead.
But ye feed not the flock.
You don't feed the flock. That's the problem. That's why he had to send that new messenger. What else?
The disease have ye not strengthened.
Look at that. This is the problem. You haven't strengthened the disease.
Neither have ye healed that which was sick.
You haven't healed the sick.
Neither have ye bound up that which was broken.
How you a shepherd and you got sick sheep and you got broken down sheep and you got diseased sheep and you haven't healed them? And then this is what you offer to the Lord. No, I can't accept this at your hand. Right? I gotta send another shepherd. Go ahead.
Neither have ye brought again that which was driven away.
That's right. That was lost. You didn't go get it. Remember he gave you the parable about the 99 sheep. The good shepherd, if he lose one, he gonna leave the 99 and go get the one. But this is proof you're not a good shepherd. What else?
Neither have ye sought that which was lost, but with force
and
with cruelty
have you what?
Ruled them.
That's how it was. They ruled the people with force and with cruelty. That's why he told them, he said, all that the scribes and Pharisees tell you to do it, but don't do after their ways. He told them, you rule the people. So he's talking to the leaders again with force and cruelty. Go ahead.
5. And they were scattered, because there is no shepherd, and they became meat to all the beasts of the field.
That's right.
When they were scattered.
He left them out there to die. Go ahead.
My sheep wandered through all the mountains, and upon every high hill, Yea, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them. Therefore, ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord.
What did he say?
As I live, saith the Lord God, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves.
They good. They ain't worried about that flock. They taking care of it. Go ahead.
And fed not my flock. Therefore, O ye shepherds,
hear
the word of the Lord.
It's all good.
Thus said the Lord God, behold, I am against the shepherds.
What? What you mean? Go ahead.
And I will require my flock at their hand, and cause them to cease from feeding the flock.
Look at that. He said, I'm going to cause them to stop from feeding the flock. Go ahead.
Neither shall the shepherd feed themselves anymore.
They're going to be refined and rebuked. He's going to bring forth righteous judgment. Go ahead.
For I will deliver my flock from their mouth.
Look at that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to deliver my flock from their mouth,
that they may not be meat for them.
Yes.
For thus saith the Lord God.
What did he say?
Behold,
yes, sir.
Even I will both search my sheep and seek them out.
Yes.
As a shepherd seeketh after his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek after my sheep, when I deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered, in the cloudy and dark day. And I will bring them out from the people.
That's good. So he's going to go get his sheep. He's going to make sure they fed. Because he's a good shepherd. Back up one more, Isaiah 56. Isaiah 56. Verse 8. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
Even them will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be accepted upon mine altar. For mine house shall be called an house of prayer for all people.
That's right. The house is going to be called a house of prayer for all people. But the preachers did something. They turned it into a den of thieves. Go ahead.
The Lord God, which gathereth the outcasts of Israel, said, Yet will I gather others to him, besides those that are gathered unto him.
So that's the same thing the good shepherd said. Who said? Oh, you said this?
The Lord God.
The good shepherd. Go ahead.
9. All ye beasts of the field, come to devour. Yea, all ye beasts in the forest. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant.
These are the ones he put in charge. They blind. They ignorant. Yes, sir.
They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping.
Can't even warn the people. Sleeping, lying down.
Loving to slumber.
Love it. As long as you straight, you good. While the sheep get devoured. Go ahead.
Yeah. They are greedy dogs.
They greedy dogs. Yes, sir.
Which can never have enough. They are shepherds that cannot understand.
See, that's why they don't take care of the people. They can't. The shepherds, they can't understand. That's why he constantly rebuking them for oppressing the fatherless widow, the needy, the poor. But you still got them people around, and the commandments say, open your hand wide to them, and you rich, you wealthy, and you just leaving them stuck out. Go ahead.
They all look to their own way, every one for his gain from his quarter.
Go ahead, yeah.
Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine.
This is their mentality, yes, sir.
And we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant.
Man. So yeah, they're going to stop. You just feed yourself. Matthew 21. So my house is going to be called a house of prayer for all people. Matthew 21. Think about it, verse 1. Go ahead.
And when they drew nigh to Jerusalem, and were come to Bethphage, unto the Mount of Olives, then sent Jesus 2 disciples, saying unto them, Go into the village over against you, and straightway ye shall find an ass tied.
Okay, that's good. That's what I'm saying. Much talking about Jesus. Drop down to verse 8. Go ahead.
And a very great multitude spread their garments in the way. Others cut down branches from the trees, and strawed them in the way. And the multitudes that went before and that followed cried, saying, Hosanna to the Son of David.
I'm back Christ, right? Hosanna. Why they saying it to him? Go ahead.
Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord.
Yeah.
Hosanna in the highest.
Yes, sir.
And when he was coming to Jerusalem, all the city was moved, saying, Who is this? And the multitude said, This is Jesus, the prophet of Nazareth of Galilee.
Amen. Come on.
And Jesus went into the temple of God, and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the
concerned about wealth. You supposed to be feeding the sheep, leading the guiding the sheep, and they are starving and diseased and sick and lame. You in the temple exchanging money. Concerned about wealth, why the people out here suffering. That's why he had to send the shepherd, the good shepherd, the messenger of the covenant. Jesus, the prophet of Nazareth. That's the one Moses was trying to tell us he gonna send. That's like one like me you need to listen to. Go ahead.
Overthrew the tables of the money changers, and the seats of them that sold doves.
Remember, he gonna be a refiner. He refined. He purged. This is part of his judgment. He's not standing for this. Enough of it. My Father's house ain't for this. What is it for?
And said unto them, It is written, My house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves.
Come on now.
And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them.
You see that? That's what the good shepherd do. I heal them. The blind and the lame. Right? So he done threw over the money chamber in the midst of the temple. Then he ain't run. He stayed there. And he healed the blind and the lame. That's what they were supposed to be doing. Instead, they in there changing money. Huh? Why the people are straight struggling. Now, go ahead.
15. And when the chief priests and scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying in the temple and saying, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were sore displeased.
Remember the Lord said he's going to glorify, magnify his life. They praise him. They praise him right now. Hosanna in the highest to the Son of David. They were so now look, the people that he purging, that he bringing judgment again, they mad. Because he's doing their job. But had they done well, they wouldn't have to worry about it. So he purged them. And they were sore displeased. Look at the attitude. Watch this. Go ahead.
16. And he said unto him, Hearest thou what these say? And Jesus said unto them, Yeah, have ye never read? Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings,
what's that?
Thou hast perfected praise.
Amen. So they were sore displeased. We're going to get an example of how him refining them again, or bringing righteous judgment to the mix, and they getting aggravated again. But before we go there, let's back up to Jeremiah the 7th chapter. So my house. But Jesus straightening stuff out. He is against the leaders and the prophets. They're just letting the people go without it. So, verse 1.
The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Stand at the gate of the Lord's house, and proclaim there this word.
What?
And say,
Yes, sir.
Hear the word of the Lord.
Hear the word of the Lord.
All ye of Judah.
Hold on, where are you at? Where you want me to stand at and say this?
All ye of Judah.
No, where at though?
In the gate of the Lord.
The gate of the Lord. It's supposed to be already straight right there, right? But go ahead.
And proclaim there this word, and say, Hear the word of the Lord, all ye of Judah, that enter in at these gates.
Yes, sir.
To worship the Lord.
What you want me to hear?
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel,
Uh-huh.
amend your ways and your doings, and I will cause you to dwell in this place.
Amend your ways and your doings, then I'll let you stay here. Go ahead.
Trust ye not in lying words, saying,
hold on. They're speaking lying words at the gate of the Lord? Yeah, that's why I gotta go and tell you don't trust in them words that they speak. He said, amend your ways and your doings, and then I'll let you dwell here. Don't trust in them lying words. Go ahead.
Saying, the temple of the Lord.
Yes.
The temple of the Lord.
Yes.
The temple of the Lord are these.
That's why, they always telling the people to make sure you pay your tithes and this and that, and take care of the temple of God, when in actuality, the people is going without. And then they come and they can't get no help from you. Go ahead. 5. For if you thoroughly amend your ways and your doings, if you thoroughly execute judgment between a man and his neighbor. Look at that. This is supposed to be happening already. There should be no reason for this type of rebuke. If you thoroughly amend your ways, you thoroughly execute judgment between man and neighbor, yes?
If you oppress not the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow,
yes, sir,
and shed not innocent blood in this place, neither walk after other gods to your hurt, then will I cause you to dwell in this place.
Now, how was they shedding innocent blood in that place? Was they actually killing, murdering? No. But they killing the people. They wasn't helping them to recover and get better, and they bringing in oppression. I'm telling them, make sure you pay your tithes. Make sure the Lord's storehouse is full. And yet still they not feeding the flock. They feeding themselves off the back. And they say, we're going to be good. We're going to drink wine, and then tomorrow we're going to even get any more. While the people struggling and suffering and doing without. You got poor people in the land, and you let it happen. You got rich young rulers and the scribes and Sadducees. Y'all got money. And it's even money in the treasury of the house of God. And you're not using it for the purpose that it's supposed to be used for, which is to bring relief to the widow, to the fatherless, to the poor, the needy, and even said to the Levites, because they don't have any hair. And everybody doing the same thing. Year after year, over and over. That's why I always come before me with these rocks. Now he go into the temple. He said, you in there exchanging money. And the people outside sick. I gotta get on your head for this. Go ahead.
And the land that I gave to your fathers forever and ever.
Yes, sir.
Behold, ye trust in lying words that cannot profit.
Yeah, it's hard. How can people not trust in the religious leaders? Everybody expects them to be doing them right. But Lord, He warning them. They lying. They thieves and rob. The only thing they coming for was to what? Steal, kill, and destroy. See, I'm the good shepherd. I lay down my life for the sheep. They hirelings. Hirelings is what? You paying them. So you eating from the, from the work of the Lord, and you're not distributing it to the people that have need. Thief and a robber. Using the Lord's house as an instrument for thieving and robbing. Go ahead.
Will ye steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal, and walk after other gods whom ye know not?
Yes, sir.
And come and stand before me in this house?
They was doing it. And then you gonna come and stand before like it's all good? Go ahead.
Which is called by my name.
Yes.
And say, we'll deliver to do all these abominations.
That's the monster. We good. God know my heart. He had to send a message. He had to rebuke them. He had to bring in judgment. And it was stinging them and burning them up like fire. Like I said, it was purifying the silver. Taking away the dross. These words can't last. Go ahead.
Is this house, which is called by my name, become a den of robbers in your eyes?
That's how he was telling us, this is how the priest is viewing it. You doing this and you saying it's okay? It's just like my house is a den. A station for thieves and robbers. Go ahead.
Behold, even I have seen, saith the Lord.
He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, even I have seen, saith the Lord. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, behold, you know what? I done seen this. He said, That's why when we go to the New Testament, Jesus will turn over the money chain. Now, since he saw this, look what else he's going to do. And you got to go read this other part on your own, because I done ran out of my time. Go ahead.
But go ye now to my place, which was in Shiloh.
Where was that at? What's special about that?
Where I said my name at the first.
So before he put his name in Jerusalem, he said it in Shiloh. So for all of these abominations you commit, this is what I want you to go do. So we got to go back and look. That's your own homework of what he did to Shiloh, right? So because he's going to tell you something. Go ahead. Because I put my name in Shiloh there first.
And see what I did to it.
Now I want you to see what I did to you. Go ahead.
For the wickedness of my people Israel.
For the wickedness of my people Israel. And now I put my name in Jerusalem, and you're doing the same thing, even worse. So you go see what I did to them. That's what I'm about to do to you. Go ahead.
And now, because ye have done all these works, said the Lord, and I spake unto you, rising up early and speaking, but ye heard not. And I called you, but you answered not. Therefore will I do unto this house, which is called by my name, wherein ye trust, and unto the place which I gave to you and your fathers,
yes, sir,
as I have done to Shiloh.
And who will?
And I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brethren, even the whole seed of Ephraim.
And on top of that, this is what I want. Go ahead.
Therefore, pray not thou for this people.
Don't even pray for them. It's done. Go ahead.
Neither lift up cry, nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me.
Why not?
For I will not hear thee.
I'm not even trying to hear that mess. Ain't no judgment. Micah the 7th chapter. Micah 7. We'll do Matthew 15. Luke 21. Micah 7:1. Hearken to the scripture.
Woe is me, for I am as when they have gathered the summer fruits, as the grape gleanings of the vintage. There is no cluster to eat. My soul desired the first ripe fruit.
That's right. First fruit. He said my soul desired the first ripe fruit. Go ahead.
The good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men.
That's right. The
They
good
all-
man is perished out of the earth. There ain't none upright among men. Go ahead.
They all lie in wait for blood.
Look at that. They all lying in wait for blood. Go ahead.
They hunt every man his brother with a net.
They hunt every man his brother with a net. They trap him in. He's talking about the inhabitants of Jerusalem right now. Go ahead.
That they may do evil with both hands, earnestly.
Look, he telling you, he said they ain't none of them upright. They all lay in wait for blood. Meaning every man is at his neighbor's throat. Huh? He said they trap each other in, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. Alright, go ahead.
The prince asketh.
That's the leader. The prince asking what?
And the judge asketh for a reward.
A bribe. Ain't no righteous judgment. They'll pervert judgment in order to get a reward or a bribe. Go ahead.
And the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desires, so they wrap it up.
And all of them, they agree. They dap it up. We good. Huh? What about the best though? It's got to be something better than that.
The best of them is as a briar. The most upright is sharper than a thorn hedge.
Wow. What? Go ahead.
The day of thy watchman and thy visitation cometh. Now shall be their perplexity.
Man, the day of their visitation is going to come. I mean, the Lord is going to visit them for the evil they're doing. And they're not going to even be ready. Matthew 15. Matthew 15. Hold Matthew 15 before I get too far out. I'm going to get to Luke 21. Then we come right back to Matthew 15. Let's switch it up. They lying in wait. Luke 21 verse 1. So they judge them for reward. You have to send somebody to clean this thing up. So as you can see, the laws and statutes that he's given, it's not even nowhere. You haven't even read anything similar to it sinking in, to it getting into the mind of heaven. All we've been reading about is rebellion. And at the same time, they rebelling, they acting like they keeping the commandments. So the Lord got to judge them for that. He got to go fine. From the head down to the whole head is sick. Everyone is at his neighbor's door. Luke 21 verse 1. Go ahead.
And he looked up and saw the rich men casting their gifts into the treasury. And he saw also...
You said what?
Into the treasury.
That's right. The treasury is in the temple. Everybody coming, they bringing their gifts. And the rich man, they coming, casting their gifts into the treasury. Go ahead.
And he saw also a certain poor widow casting in thither 2 mites.
You know what the law says about the poor. Not only is she poor, she a poor widow. And she casting in her gifts too. She casting in 2 mites. Go ahead.
3. And he said, of a truth I say unto you,
I'm telling you the truth on this one,
that this poor widow had cast in more than they all.
How? The rich man, they gave way more physically. But she poor. Only thing she knows to do is give. Influenced by the leaders who just say, give me, give me, give me. He say, you oppress the poor, you oppress the widow. She poor. They rich. They standing there giving gifts. Why nobody help her? You already got commandments to take care of the poor and the widow and the needy. You standing there watching. But look what happened. For this, go ahead.
For all these have of their abundance cast in unto the offerings of God.
Look at that. The ones that was putting in, they said they had abundance. They could have helped. They gave of their abundance. They cast. Basically, you know, when you give your abundance, it don't hold much weight. You know, it don't really mean much. Right? You doing it because you know you're supposed to. Once again, we right back at the letter. Now, had you been doing this by the Spirit, you'd have helped that widow out. Huh? Because you've seen her struggle. You've seen her poor. And she don't have a husband. And you got abundance. And you keep the law and the statutes and the ordinances of God. Where they do that at? Yeah, that's a lie. You're not keeping it. It's more. You got to get this in your heart. It's more than about feast days, dietary. Huh? It's more than about Sabbaths and fringes, or wearing them and not. It's more. Huh? The Spirit of the law teaches you to love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love thy neighbor as thyself. He's showing us different ways how you can't be doing it. You can't be loving our neighbor as ourselves, and you see him with need, like James say, you just say, yo, God bless you, be filled and warm. That's what's happening here. And all the while, it's plenty in the treasury. You'll be amazed if you go back in history and see how much money it had in the treasury. On top of all the grain and stuff. Go ahead.
But she of her penury had cast in all the living that she had.
If you poor, why would you give everything you got? Because this is how they done taught you. So you breaking down the widow's house. You ain't adding to it. You tearing it down. You know what? You killing them. You killing us. Right? So what happened?
And as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with goodly stones and gifts, he said, as for these things which ye behold, the days will come in the which there shall not be left one stone upon another.
You got to tear it down. People got too much faith in the temple. The temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord is this. People making sure the temple is taken care of, but the real temple, the people, they just going without. It's desolate. You know what? We're going to tear it down. We're going to tear it down. That's what happened. Back me up to Matthew 15. Let's just see him. I got to get out of here. Let's go get this rebuke one time. Matthew 15. Verse 1. Go ahead.
Then came to Jesus scribes and Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying,
What they say?
Why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders?
That's what they want to know. That's the problem. That's why we can't keep no God's ordinance. We keep the traditions of the elders. We don't replace God's commandments. It's not about that. You know, we got the tradition of the elders now. Go ahead.
For they wash not their hands when they eat bread.
Yes, sir.
But he answered and said unto them,
Listen, what he say?
Why do ye also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?
Yeah, you the one. Now he reproving them. He bringing in righteous judgment. Say, why do you? Which one hold more weight? Tradition of the elders or commandments of God?
Commandments of God.
Well, exactly. Judge, what do the law say? All right, that's what he be telling them sometimes. But he say, why do you transgress God's commandments by your tradition? Such as?
For God commanded, saying, Honor thy father and thy mother.
That's one of the commandments. And attached to that commandment is a judgment. Which means what? The penalty for breaking it. What's the penalty? Go ahead and read.
And he that curseth father or mother, let him die to death.
That's the penalty. That's the judgment. That's the commandment and the judgment. Now he's going to give them an example. Go ahead.
But ye say,
we keep the law of Moses. Huh? But you see, this is why they hated him. You don't say that. That's righteous judgment. But you turn it upside down. This is what you do. Go ahead.
Whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a guilt.
That's what Michael was telling you. The prince is judged for reward. He said the best of them is as a thorn or a briar. You say, whosoever say to his father or mother, it is a gift. What happened?
By whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me.
Are you profiting by the gift? You know they done transgress, so instead of telling them the right thing, you go and you pervert the judgment. Like what?
And honor not his father or his mother. He shall be free.
This is what you tell him. Oh, you God know your heart. You free from that. God, you ain't gonna do nothing. What happened?
Thus have ye made the commandment of God of none effect by your tradition.
And that's what it is. So that's why the Lord had to come and make his law honorable. And it's like in his way he used Christ to do that. Because the people he gave it to, the husbandman he gave it to, the shepherds and the priest he gave it was polluted. Go ahead.
Ye hypocrites.
What you talking about?
Well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying,
What did he say?
The people draw nigh unto me with their mouth,
That's right.
and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
They mind. Far from. Go ahead.
But in vain they do worship me,
Mm-hmm.
teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
That's the problem. Teaching for doctrines, the commandments of men. Go ahead.
And he called the multitude and said unto them, Hear and understand. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth the man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth the man.
That don't mean you can eat whatever you want as long as you pray over it. The tenor of the conversation was to eat without washing your hands. Washing your hands before you eat being one of the traditions of the elders. And that's what he didn't charge for breaking him and his disciples. So that's why he had to come and lay it down to the line. He the one that had to come and set the righteous judgment. He the messenger of the covenant. You ain't keeping the covenant. They show you how to do it. Go ahead.
Then came his disciples and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended?
Why wouldn't they be? Huh? He rebuked them with the word. He the one doing the purging. Remember he said he's going to purge you as silver. Get rid of all of that dross. Go ahead.
After they heard his saying, but he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father had not planted shall be rooted up.
Every plant, it's going to be rooted up. And that's exactly what happened. John 5. One more, and I'm going to straight up out of here. John 5 and 1, go ahead.
After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem.
So after this, what? It was a what?
Feast of the Jews.
Okay.
And Jesus went up to Jerusalem.
Was he supposed to do that?
No.
Huh? The feast. 3 times a year, right? Alright, y'all scaring me. 3 times a year shall our meals appear. Right? In the place where the Lord shall choose to put his name. Go ahead. And then he told the males to come and everybody else too. The Levites, the fathers, the widows, all of them. Go ahead.
2. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda,
Yes.
having 5 porches.
Yes.
And these lay a great multitude of impotent folk.
That's right. People need healing. People need help. It says a multitude of them. It's plenty of work for the scribes and Pharisees and religious leaders to do. It's just going undone, all right? Go ahead.
Of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water.
Good. Ain't this what he said you offering unto me? You offer me the blind, the lame, the halted. Huh? Talk about people. Go ahead.
For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool
And did what?
and troubled the water.
Go ahead.
Whosoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole.
Right. Whoever got in there first after the angel trouble infirmity. 38 years. Same ailment. 38 straight years. Go ahead.
When Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he said unto him, Wilt thou be made whole?
Wow. What if he would have came on year 30? Stop coming. Year 32. Year 33. Year 25. Faith. How you gonna lie? This man, he got an ailment. But the ailment ain't hindering his faith. What's gonna be our excuse? Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just don't believe. And 38 years, you think God, see, look, God ain't got to move right away. You don't tell him when to do what he do. He do it on his time. 38 straight years. Year 37. This is my last one right here, I swear. Huh? I bet you I ain't coming back next year. He wouldn't have made it he wouldn't have got his healing. Go ahead.
7. The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man, when the water is troubled, to put me into the pool. But while I am coming, another steppeth down before me.
Every time, 38 years. And you know what? The people, they ain't considerate either. You see, you need help getting down there. I'll be right there, and then every time somebody just come jump in front of me. That's inconsiderate. But they fulfilling the law?
No, sir.
No, indeed. They was keeping feasts, Sabbath and everything else, but the real human relationships, that's important. God put us down here together for a reason. Go ahead.
8. Jesus said unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk.
You ain't got to get in the water, my man. Just stand up and walk. I got you. I'm the good shepherd. The messenger of the covenant. Go ahead.
And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed and walked.
So, you know, all the stuff we read, he had to do all of this before he offered the main sacrifice. Hmm? He had to do it all. He didn't just come and die on the cross. He had to do this stuff too. Go ahead.
And on the same day was the Sabbath.
Uh-oh. Look at that. Same day was the Sabbath. Here we go. Go ahead.
The Jews therefore said unto him that was cured, it is the Sabbath day.
Hey, it's the Sabbath. What you doing? Go ahead.
It is not lawful for thee to carry thy bed.
Look, you can't put that light switch on. Huh? You can't carry your bed. It's the Sabbath. But you don't know? We'll stone you. Huh? Go ahead.
He answered them, he that made me whole, the same said unto me, take up thy bed and walk.
That's right. It's like, look, I hear what you're saying. I know it's a Sabbath. You better get out of my face. The one that made me whole is something that you couldn't do, that you were supposed to do 38 years, at least once. You should have been able to come through for your boy. I'm 38 years later, the same with this. Then you won't come to me talking about this the Sabbath? But shut up. The one that made me whole, that's the one I'm going to listen to. He told me to at first he made me whole, then he said, take up my bed and walk. Why wouldn't I? Go ahead.
Then asked they him, what man is this which said unto thee?
Look at that mentality. If you do well, you will be accepted. What type of man is it? Who did that? He done broke the Shabbat. Go ahead.
Take up thy bed and walk.
Yes.
And he that was healed was not who it was, for Jesus had conveyed himself away.
That's right, he didn't know. Jesus had hid away, right? Go ahead.
A multitude being in that place.
Mm-hmm.
Afterward, Jesus finding him in the temple and said unto him,
What did he say?
behold,
Yes.
thou art made whole. Sin no more.
Just fall down every once in a while.
Sin no more, lest a worse thing come unto thee.
Sin tomorrow.
Sin no more.
I don't know what Jesus is putting bondage on this man. Huh? You said go and do what, Christ?
Sin no more.
Why would he tell him to do something he can't do? It's impossible. Huh? Go ahead.
The man departed and told the Jews that it was Jesus which had made him whole.
And what happened?
And therefore did the Jews persecute Jesus and sought to slay him.
It's their mind. He their brother. He only did a good work.
Mm-hmm.
And you the one supposed to be the leaders, religious, spiritual leaders? You can kill him. Go ahead.
Because he had done these things on the Sabbath day.
Look at that. He did a good work. Even though it was on the Sabbath, he did a good work. Go ahead.
But Jesus answered them, my Father worketh hitherto, and I work.
Oh man. That went straight over their head. Go ahead.
Therefore the Jews sought the more to kill him.
Why?
Because he not only had broken the Sabbath,
and he ain't break the Sabbath. They accused him of breaking the Sabbath. This is what they wrote. What else?
but said also that God was his Father, making himself equal with God.
Go ahead.
Then answered Jesus and said unto them,
What did he say?
Verily, verily, I say unto you,
Truly, truly, I say unto you,
the Son can do nothing of himself,
I can't do nothing on my own will, on the cord. Go ahead.
but what he seeth the Father do.
Yes.
For what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise.
Yeah, whatever my Father do, I do like him. Right? I do what he does. Go ahead.
For the Father loveth the Son,
Yes.
and showeth him all things that himself doeth.
Right.
And he will show him greater works than these, that ye may marvel.
And
For as the Father riseth up the dead, and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickeneth whom he will.
what you mean?
For the Father judgeth no man,
Why ain't judging no man? Well, who is?
but had committed all judgment unto the Son.
That's right. And his judgment was like fire. Purified. He's showing them the correct way how to keep the law and statutes. That's why they didn't get it. That's why they didn't. He was showing them how to do this thing by the Spirit. Yeah, it's the Sabbath day, but the man is in need. The law tells me, love thy neighbor as thyself. It's lawful for me to do good on the Sabbath. But the reason why you can't get it is because Your heart is hard. You thinking specifically by the letter. This is how you keep God's commandments, by the letter. So they produce no fruit. When you keep them by the letter, it produces no fruit. That's the problem right here. You're going to let the man go another year in that same condition because it's the Sabbath. Them Sabbaths ain't going to do you no good if you don't get this in your mind. That's what he's trying to show. True judgment. True way how to keep the commandments, laws, and statutes. So that they can get the Spirit of God. Verse 27. He didn't want to tell him, show him how to do it. Go ahead.
And hath given him authority to execute judgment also.
That's right. He gave the Son authority to execute judgment. Go ahead.
Because he is the Son of Man.
Yes.
Marvel not at this.
Uh-huh.
For the hour is coming, in the which all that are in the grave shall hear his voice.
That's good. That's good. Back up to Matthew 12. Dealing with this same type of issue. Jesus bringing a true judgment. He's the messenger of the covenant. I got a couple more. That's it. I got a couple more. I gotta get these. A couple more. Verse 1. Go ahead and read.
At that time Jesus went on the Sabbath day through the corn, and his disciples were in hunger, and began to pluck the ears of corn and to eat.
That's right. They're hungry. Right? They can go and they can eat this corn according to the law. If you read Deuteronomy 23 and 25, you will see what he was saying. I ain't gonna read it because y'all already tied my hands. But go ahead.
2. But when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him, Behold.
When who saw it?
The Pharisees.
Okay.
Behold,
yes, sir.
Thy disciples do that which is not lawful to do upon the Sabbath day.
Well, listen, y'all, and if you don't get this in your righteousness don't exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, you're gonna be in the same boat. You're not gonna make it. Running up to them, sprint, all out sprint, sweats, everything. They just ready to accuse. Right? Why do your disciples do that which is not lawful on the Sabbath? Come on now.
But he said unto them, Have ye not read what David did?
Look at it. He took them right back to the law. The law and the prophets. So, you haven't read what David did? Come on.
When he was hungry?
When David was hungry. You didn't read that? Come on.
And they were with him?
And the people that's with him also?
How he entered into the house of God and did eat the showbread?
Where he go into?
The house of God.
The house of God. That's where they was keeping the store up. He ate the showbread. It wasn't law. That was just for the priest. David wasn't no priest. But what happened?
Which was not lawful for him to eat.
So it wasn't lawful for, but he's hungry. And it's bread. My Judah, you can't have this. This for the priest, baby. You ain't no priest. Go ahead and read.
Neither for them which were with him, but only for the priest.
Yes.
Or has he?
And that's what it was for, just for the priest. But David ate it, and the Lord didn't find him guilty. Man was starved. Go ahead.
Or have he?
They're not guilty. Go ahead.
But I say unto you.
But I thought they broke the Sabbath. How can you break it and be not guilty? Good, listen. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and thy mind. I saw the Lord is the one that petitioned the priest to never let that fire go out. He gave him that command. That means Sabbath day, new moon, don't let it go out. Then love your neighbor as yourself. This showbread for the priest. You can't have this, David. That wasn't how it is. Go ahead.
But I say unto you, that in this place is one greater than the temple.
Remember, because the people focus was on the temple of the Lord. The temple of the Lord is thee. But standing right before you is one is greater than the temple. Go ahead.
But if ye had known what this meaneth,
what?
I will have mercy,
Yes, sir.
and not sacrifice.
And this is what I require of you. Going back to Matthew 23, the weightier matters of the law, faith, mercy, judgment. They was lacking all of them. But you make sure the people pay their tithes. And you still don't make sure they take care of. Go ahead and read.
Ye would not have condemned the guiltless.
That's right. If you had real understanding about this, you wouldn't condemn the what? Guiltless. Go ahead and read.
For the Son of Man is Lord, even of the Sabbath.
That's right. I'm the one gave this thing. I know how to keep it. I know what's permissible. All judgment is given to the Son. So, watch this. Go ahead and read.
And when he was departed thence, he went into their synagogue. And behold, there was a man which had his hand withered.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked him, saying, Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath days?
Once again, showing, proving that you don't really, you don't get it. By the Spirit, you don't understand. Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath days?
That they might accuse him.
That's what they want to do. They think they can trip him up. But he got something for him. Because remember, he the one is going to do the refining. Refiner's fire. And like full of soap. He the one cleaning this thing up. All of these extra stipulations you got on the, you are making it bondage. You are making it impossible for the people. And you yourself, you don't hold yourself to the same standards. But what do you say?
And he said unto them, What man shall there be among you that shall have one sheep, and if it fall into a pit on the Sabbath day, will he not lay hold on it and lift it out?
You know you finna get it out. You know you ain't gonna be worried about the Sabbath day then. But that's your money or that's your eating. Huh? But you want to put the same type of bondage on people. Go ahead and read.
How much then is a man better than a sheep?
That's right. Come on.
Wherefore, it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days.
Put the judgment in there right there. Bring it back to the true understanding. It's lawful to do well. Go ahead.
Then said he to the man,
What?
Stretch forth thine hand.
Yes, sir.
And he stretched it forth.
Mm-hmm.
And it was restored whole, like as the other.
And you know what he said in Malachi, that judgment is going to burn, it's burning them up. They can't stand this type of rebuke.
Mm-hmm.
He's shaming us. He got the tongue of the lion. Remember, he said his words is going to cut like a sword. That's what's happening. Look how much it's hurting. Go ahead and get the next verse.
Then the Pharisees went out and held a council against him.
They gathered together for what?
How they might destroy him.
For bringing in righteous judgment. Shame. James 1. James 1:27. I got Matthew 25. Let's see. James 1 verse 27. Go ahead.
Pure religion.
Yes, sir.
And undefiled before God and the Father is this.
What is it?
To visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world.
Next level. It's going to cause you to be better than who you are. That's why they won't get me. Pure religion. He says is to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, and to keep thyself unspotted from the world. Matthew 25. Verse 30. See, when Jesus came, he the messenger of the covenant. What message was he preaching? He wasn't going around telling them about Sabbath and feast days and dietary and religions. They already was doing that. So what, if they already was doing that, what message was he bringing? First he had to bring it, make sure they was doing it correctly, bring the righteous judgment into it. And what he kept commanding, they kept on missing the point.
Mm-hmm.
And then James comes back and says, this pure religion right here, like this from Christ, is to visit the fatherless and the affliction.
Mm-hmm.
When you see your neighbor every day, and you hate them, and you've never seen God before, that's a lie. And man is made in his image. Verse 30. Go ahead.
And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness.
31. Go ahead.
When the Son of Man shall come in his glory,
Mm-hmm.
and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory.
For what?
And before him shall be gathered all nations.
What are he going to do?
And he shall separate them one from another,
How?
as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats.
Come on now.
And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left.
Separate them, right? Go ahead.
Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand,
Yes, sir.
Come,
These are the sheep. My sheep know my voice. Right?
come, ye blessed of my Father.
Yes, sir.
Inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world.
Kingdom been ready. This ain't been enough workers. Foundation of the world. Go ahead.
For I was in hunger, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in.
See, this is the message. This is the message that the people was leaving on the table. We got everything else, but just like the rich man, what lack I get?
Come on.
This is what you lack.
Mm-hmm.
All the reason we preaching dietary and feast days, because it hasn't been a great falling away. So we have to preach that on top of this right here what we're supposed to be telling. Like James said, pure religion.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the commandments unspotted, keep yourself unspotted from the world, and do this. Go ahead.
Naked, and ye clothed me.
That's right.
I was sick, and ye visited me.
See, this is real, this is human relations at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
One man taking care of the next. Nobody going without. See, because when God made the earth, he said he gave it to man. Man's supposed to enjoy it. He never intended it for it to be how it is now when you have the 1% on all of the resources, plundering the earth, stealing it, robbing the people, while everybody else is down and struggling. They eating good, and they ain't doing no work. And they call the people that's doing work, call them lazy. He never intended for all the resources to be in the hand of a few. The earth is given for man to enjoy. See, but we don't know because we think this society is always how it's going to be. This is how it's supposed to be. No, this is abominable to God. A pyramid, the rich on top and they oppressing everybody, it's abomination. That's how it is. He never intended for it to be like this. So now you got a job to do. You see how the world is. You see they oppressing. You see it's everywhere. You need, if you want to be take part in pure religion, this is what I need you to do. Visit the fatherless, the widows in their affliction, the poor. Make sure help relieve some of that oppression. And they can't pay you back, but don't worry about that. Open your hand wide. You know why? Because I'll pay you back. The man that lended to God, lended to the poor, lended to God. Huh? Gotta come out the clouds, baby. It's more than just religious rituals. We do that too. But it's the part we gotta go back and recover. That way we'll be more than scribes and Pharisees. Go ahead.
I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him.
You notice what the king is saying. He said, I was poor. I was in prison. I was naked. I was thirsty. And they gonna be like, you was? Go ahead. When did this happen? Go ahead.
Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee in hunger, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked in clothing.
All right, this is a righteous man mindset. Yeah, we never saw you. We wasn't even tripping though. We was just doing it because that's what we supposed to do. We would want that done to us. Huh? We didn't know it was you. Go ahead.
Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Much you done it to one of the least, just like you did it to me. Go ahead.
Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me,
What?
ye cursed,
Man, cursed.
into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was
You do not want any parts of that. Depart from me, ye cursed. You get the same reward as the devil? That's why the Bible be telling you, be careful. He said, whoever your father is, you end up doing the works of your father. Well, Jesus came and was telling him, my father works and I work too. I do the same work. Whatever he do, that's what I do. That's why he told the Jews, you are of your father the devil. Y'all going to the same place. Huh? You don't have to go there. You're going there because you want to. I was saying last night, the Bible is clear. Who's going and who's not. We don't have to guess. We go because we want to go. Go ahead.
For I was in hunger, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink.
Look, and the way he's talking, the opportunity was there. It presented itself the same way as the other people had. The same way as the righteous. The opportunity was equal across the board. The only difference is one of them performed the will of God, one of them didn't. He said, depart from me, you cursed. And you know what they're going to say? Did we not prophesy in your name? Did we not cast out devils in your name? Did we not do many wonderful works in your name? I'm going to say, depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Go ahead.
I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not.
Look, this stuff is important to God. It's not important to us. We've been taught contrary. But we got better teachers now. You see, this is what's pleasing to the Lord. For you to get outside of yourself. You're not interested in a selfish individual. Can't do nothing with it. You ain't producing no fruit. He said, what good is it for you? You a tree, you ain't producing no fruit. Gotta cut you down, cash in the fire. I need fruit. Go ahead.
Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee a hunger, or a thirst, or a stranger, or naked?
And we never saw you. If it was you, we would have did it. You got caught slipping. Respect of a person. I told you. He that is a respected person commits sin, what James was telling you in 2. James 2. After he told you didn't get a poor what they need, respect the person. So you don't do well. Go ahead.
Or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee.
Well, we saw you in these conditions and we didn't serve you. Go ahead.
Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you,
truly I say unto you,
inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me.
He said, as much as you did to the least of them, you did it not. That's why he told you the servant is greater. In Israel, the servant is the greatest one is the one that's doing the serving. In the Gentile nations, the one that's being served is the greatest. We done learn opposite. We gotta do the work. He lets you prosper so you can help somebody else. Not to stack up wealth to the point where it's disgusting. When I say wealth, I don't just mean money. Wherever your heart is. But go ahead. Is that it?
46.
Okay.
And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal.
That's the goal. Eternal life. That's the prize what we're hoping to get. We gotta do it right. Gotta do it right. The messenger of the covenant, these are some of his teachings. It would behoove us to pay attention. Moses told us to listen also. Prophet like unto me. Said if I was going to raise him up from among the brethren, him you shall listen to. This is the one. And once he finished all of those things he was reading, he didn't read all of it, but then he paid the price. Then he got on the cross. And he coming back. So I hope we got some understanding or something from the lesson. In Jesus' name, I thank you for your time. Amen.